Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jean. Today I think I'm going to start a series once a month. I'm going to do a different type card for, mostly for people that are afraid to work on cards and stuff. Sometimes cards can be a challenge for some people. A lot of people call these fun fold cards. So I think once a month I'll take a different type fold card and we'll make a few. So today I'm going to do what some people call a book fold. They're very easy to make. Now I just pulled out a bunch of different papers and embellishments and stuff, and we'll see what we can make. The first one we'll work with these papers here, I think. So the first thing is to cut our little base card. Now I like to use at least 100 pound for the card itself. Okay, so we want this piece to be 8.5 by 5.5. So it's already 8.5 this way, of course. So we're going to go 5.5 this way. These are so easy, and there's a couple different ways you can do this. Okay, now we'll need to do some score marks. Let's bring you up just a tad, maybe. You want to see what I'm doing? Okay, so let's score. We need to score at, see my cheat sheet, 3 1/4 by 4 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. Let me bring you way up so you can see my marks. Maybe not really, but okay. So we're gonna score at 3 1/4, and then we're gonna score again at 4 1/4. Now that's gonna make our book seam. Okay, let's pull that off. Get rid of that. And then we're just going to fold on those lines. So I'm going to fold, make sure I'm somewhat even there. And then fold the other way. One. Now you have what looks like this. Okay. Okay, and we're going to glue this section down inside so your card will open like this. Now, I do have some ribbon I'm going to do one on, but if you're going to put ribbon on, don't glue this down until you put the ribbon on. So we'll be doing that in a minute. I grabbed a whole bunch of different things, and we'll see how many we can get made. They're very easy to make. There's a couple different ways you can fold them. And my glue always just never wants to start. There we go. Come on, glue. There we go. Okay, just crease that down then. Make sure that's good. And now your card will open like that. So you can see it's like kind of like a book. That's why some people call it a book fold card. See, like that. Okay, now let's decorate it. Now I'm going to do my card this way. I'm going to be doing some this way, and then I have another fold, so we're going to be doing all different. So I picked out a bunch of paper. I got this one. This is from the Sugarbelle, right? Yep, Sugarbelle Beautiful Day Floral. And I think you can still get this in the market. So I've pulled out a cut apart page. I've got the plaid, and then I got the black background with the little daisies on to go with it. So we'll cut this one first. And we're going to need that piece is going to be, move that. And we want 3 1/8 by 5 3/8. So 3 1/8. 3 1/8. 5. I took my measurements to make sure 5 3/8. And 3/8, is between 1/4 and 1/2. 5 3/8. And you got your 1/4 mark and your 1/2 mark. So it's that little line right between the 1/2 and 1/4. 5 3/8, right? Yep. Okay. Now you can, I like to have a little bit of the card showing around. So just a very little bit. You can make it even. You can show more. That's up to you. I'm just kind of putting them together, show you different ways. Okay, so let's glue that one down. Okay, I'm just gonna glue that down to this section here, and I got a different piece we're gonna put there. All right, let's just glue. Okay, looks pretty good. I love this black background on this one. I just love that. The white and pink daisies. Okay, now let's take this one, and we're going to use this one for this edge piece. And we want to make that 7/8 by 5 3/8. And your 7/8 is right past your, between your 3/4 and your inch thing. So 7/8, so we'll go down to 7/8. So if you take your inch, it's that mark right in between the 3/4 and the inch. So we want 7/8 of an inch. Again, by 5 3/8. Okay, let's put that in. And that'll go right on here. And I have a little border around this one too. Okay. Put that there. Looks good there. Whoops. And I slide it when I get back. Okay. So far. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see, what cut apart do we want to use? I think, let me see. Oh, happy day. How about, we're going to go with this one here. Home is where the flowers grow. And then we can use this for like welcome to your new home card. Now I'm going to take, let's see how much I want to cut off there first. I'm just going to use scissors. Well, first we'll cut with the check there. I think I'm going to back it with a pink first, but let's cut this out first. Okay, take that off. And let me see. Yeah, I don't like that check really. Okay. Trying to see how I want to do that, because the check is not going to match on both sides. I don't like it on this side. Cut it. I think I'm going to cut it off. I'm not really fond of it. So I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go right, I'm going to take right alongside the boot. And let's take this one off. On this side, I really don't like that. And I'm gonna back it with pink instead, I think. Let me see. Now, if it wasn't for losing the boot, I would take and cut that out. But then we're gonna lose a lot of the boot. So I think I will just leave that. You know, that's always a fun part. Like, okay, now do I like it that way? Do I want to cut that out? Okay, let's put some pink here. I'm going to glue it down to the pink. Just going to cut it for a little border then. And I will just hand cut that off. As straight as I possibly can. All right. Then we're going to set that on here. And let me see, do I have any foam dots down here? Yes, I do. I think I'm going to pop that up. Yay, I have something down here, guys. I will get this section stocked one of these days. Yes, I will. This is some sticky stuff. This is from Dollar Tree. It's not bad. It's rather sticky. Usually I most of the time I make my own kind of foam squares and stuff, but for taping, and I don't have any extra made up right now, so we're just going to use all these. I have a lot of different foam tapes in my stash, but I'll tend to like layer some of the paper together to kind of make my own. That way it kind of matches. Okay, looking in the camera, and looks good. And let me see, I think I pulled this out of my stash. Okay. Do we like that little flower there? I think I'm going to go with it. And I just glue it down with my regular art glitter glue, and it stays quite well. I never have no problems with it coming off. I think I need to go up right around there. Of course, I'm not going to tip it right now because it's not going to be dry. We'll look at it at the end. Okay, how'd that come together? Let's go down a little bit. Quick and easy. Quick and easy that was. Just grab some paper and you have your first book fold card. Cute. Now, I think I've told you guys in the past that I do not do nothing with the inside of my cards until I know where it's going. So I always leave my insides plain. And because a lot of times I just handwrite. I don't stamp things. I'll just handwrite a note. So if this was going for their first home or the new home or something, I would write them a, you know, congratulations thing instead of, you know, you can't probably find too many stamps for first home either. Okay, let's put that up out of the way and get rid of this paper. And let's see what we have on next. We have, okay, this one, I really like the paper and we're going to work on this paper. Okay, we are going to work on this. I really like this paper. What I'm going to do, attempt to do, is take out this corner and put that onto a card. Okay, so let's put that aside. Now, for this one, I already had cut this out. And we're gonna, this one we wanna do 4 1/4 by 11 inches. Okay, so this is gonna be a little different one. 4 1/4 by 11 inches. Move that out of the way. Get our scoreboard up here. Now this one we want to score at. Course. We're gonna score. I gotta figure. Yep, 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. Okay, we're gonna score at 4 1/4. And then we're going to score at 5 1/2. Okay. Get that scoreboard out of the way. All right. This is some heavy cardstock from Michael's. This one I know is. There, I believe it's 100 pound. It's an 80 or 100 pound. You can see. That's what I like for my bases. I like a heavier base. So now this one, we are going to open like this. Okay. So let's glue. I'm not putting no ribbon on this one, right? No. Where is my, there's my, okay, yep, no ribbon on this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue that down. Okay. I always feel like I'm too close or too far away. I don't know which. And I've got that a little crooked, but we'll work with it. Cut off that. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to get this part out. So this card is now 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut out 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. I'm going to cut the because I want to get as much of that design as I can. And I think we can get most of it on this card, on this one. So let's get this strip off first. This is from Mente. Not sure, Mente paper goes pretty fast. Not sure if you can still get it. But this is from Mente. And does it have a name on it? Bird Song. And these are just, I have some sheets left over in my stash. So we're just trying to get rid of my stash before I buy some new stuff. Which I do plan on buying some new stuff. Okay, so now we said it was 4 1/4. So we want to get as much as that as we can. We're gonna get it all, I think. So let's cut up 4 1/4. So we got all that I wanted. So look at your paper. Like, you know, you may not like that. You know, you wouldn't think that would work for a card, but I'm just taking off that, and that's gonna work just fine. Now we're gonna go up 5 1/2. And this one I'm not leaving no border with. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 1/2, okay? Now we won't take that away. We have to take in effect that it's gonna fold here. So that is 1 1/4 inches. So I'm gonna cut that. 1 1/4, I'll cut this way, I think. 4 1/4, yeah. So 4 1/4 this way. I'll cut it this way so that I make sure I get, you know, as much in there. Okay. I think I'm done with that for right now. Now, we're going to put this down in the lower part. I might have to trim a little bit where the fold is. Let me see. I think it's going to make it. Nope, I think it'll be okay. All right. So I'm going to put that down there. And I'm going to put it just under the fold here. That way, if I have to cut a little bit off the bottom, you cut it off on the bottom. Mente's got some pretty papers, I'll tell you. Okay, so let's just get just below the line there. Straight jean, okay. Oh, geez, I do that every time. I have to learn to hold it. I got that on a little crooked, so pull it that way. There we go. See, like that's pretty on there. Like I said, you wouldn't think to use that, and I need to trim off just a little bit. You can see. So that's why make sure you start up at your line. All right. Now, this is the piece that we took off from here. Trying to see which way it went, that way. And same with the top. Now, we're going to start at the top, right at the line, I mean. That way, if we have to cut some off at the top edge, we'll cut it off at the top edge. Okay, put that right at the line. Now it almost looks like one sheet of paper, but right there is where our book fold is. So it looks pretty seamless. Perfect. Okay, bring you back up. Now, so I'm making this one a Thinking of You card. So on my Cricut, I just printed that out. I didn't do anything fancy. And I'm going to just bump that up right there. Just bump it up, people. Cards are so, I don't do a lot of stamping. I will do some stamping, but I don't do a lot of stamping because I think you can make a beautiful card with paper. And the fact that I'm not very good at coloring. I can stay in between the lines, but I'm not very good at shadows and all that stuff. Okay, see, now I did that. Now, there was another one of these butterflies on the paper that I fussy cut out earlier. So you don't want to watch me fussy cut. No. So I cut that out earlier. What I am going to do is I'm going to bend the feathers up. So just put your thumb on each side and just kind of bend it up. And then I'm going to put it right on top of that other butterfly for some dimension. So I'm just going to put glue down the middle. Now, of course, when you put this in the envelope, it'll flatten. They can puff it back up or not when they get it. Some people don't, you know, realize that it was supposed to be puffed up anyways. So we're going to let that kind of dry. It just gives it some dimension. And I think that is fine just like that. I really don't think it needs anything else. You can put some bling on it if you want. But I think that's a lovely card. Just that piece of paper. How quick was that? Opens up. Just like that. Just a little something different than the regular card. Look at that butterfly. Looks like he's flying. And that paper is just beautiful, I think, just the way it is. Okay, let's put that over there with that one to dry. What do we got next? Okay, the next one, I think we have ribbon. Let me see what I all got for this one. Okay, I got this. This is from a long time ago. This is from like I believe it was a little girl's pack of paper from Hobby Lobby, I want to say, but I'm not sure. So it's just kind of pink on one side and the flowers on the other side, but I thought it was really pretty. And this will make a really pretty birthday card. So this one we're going to do, again, 5.5 by 8.5 inch card base. So we need to go 5.5 this way. Okay, I don't think I'll need that card base. All right, so again, we have a 5.5 by 8.5 inch card base. And again, we're going to score this one at 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. Sorry, score at 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. Gotta get these a little bit more out of my way. I'm bumping them when we. Okay, 3 1/4. Score 4 1/4. Oh, I just tore into my paper. We're gonna ignore that we did that. Don't be so aggressive. Okay, it'll be fine. But I have that other card base. Let's not show you guys some shoddy work here. Okay, 3 1/4, gently, Jean. Thank you. 4 1/4. There you go. That's better. I don't have my right stylus down. I usually use a stylus, and it's not down here because you know I'm not set up yet. I've only been doing this since how long, guys, and I'm still not set up. Okay. And bump that over. Okay. And there's your book fold like that. Okay. So for this one, I am going to put some ribbon in there. So we want to get that ribbon in first. Okay. So we're going to put it this way. I'm going to put a little piece down there. And let me grab my tape, and we're going to tape it down because we're going to end up gluing it together anyway. So I'm just going to throw a little tape on there just to tape it down. Okay, just get that centered. Just throw a little tape on it. This whole thing is getting glued, and you're not going to see that anyways. And then bring that around to the other side. Get that out of the way. Usually I iron my ribbon too, but I didn't do it this time. Because, you know, sometimes you just got a million projects going at once. And okay, now that I got it taped down, that's it from the outside. So now we can glue it down. And then it'll hold that ribbon. Whoop, it'll hold that ribbon down. Okay, getting aggressive. All right. I got aggressive with the glue, as usual. Okay, I'm just trying to hold the ribbon there in place while I let it dry. Now, I wanted Like you could have put a darker piece of paper like behind this ribbon too, but I just wanted it, I kind of wanted just the white to show through like that. All right, so that's what I got. And that's what we have here. Or I can struggle opening a book, can I? Okay, all right, I'll let that dry. So now we're gonna put a piece over the top. Now I think I'm doing, yes, I'm gonna do a full sheet, I think, on this one. I don't think I'm gonna show the white edges on this one. So let's do 5.5, 5.5 by 3.25. So 3.25 by 5.5. So let's cut that. Isn't that pretty? Some pinks, some yellows. Okay. 3.25. Tuck you out of my way. And 5.5. Okay, so we're just going to take and glue that right down like that. Okay. You can make these as elaborate as you want, as simple as you want. It depends on who I'm making it for. Sometimes I might put a lot of embellishments on, sometimes maybe not. And it depends on if it's a last minute card. You ever have that? You know, we all had that. Okay, let's cut off the little excess. See, there's a little bit on that side. See, we're almost at a half an hour now. I'm trying to watch, you know, I don't know how long you guys like my videos. Now, so get that out of my way. So for this one, I made a circle, used the back side. And then I found this in Design Space, and I'm just going to overlap those like that. We're just going to make a happy birthday one out of this one. So we're just going to put some dots on here. Dot, dot, dots. Okay. And then we'll put that on here. And there's supposed to be a little bitty border. Hey, not bad, Jean, not bad. Okay. All right, we have that. And let's put that right in the middle. And of course, we'll pop it up a little. Okay. Again, if there's anything you guys want to see me do, let me know. I have had a couple requests for the pocket prayer quilt. So I will be working on that video. I'm not going to do that one live because, you know, it requires my sewing machine. So I'm going to have to kind of, you know, use the sewing machine, do some camera maneuver, stuff like that. So let's just put that right in the middle. And you've got happy birthday. Now we're not done. This one I'm going to bling up a little bit. So I went in and picked out some flowers that kind of match. So we've got because there's a lot of yellows and there's a lot of the pinks in here. We're going to do that. So I think I'm going to do this like this. I think we're going to bling up that ribbon a little bit. What do you think? Let's do it. You know, these embellishments I get from, these ones were from AliExpress, but they're very, very reasonable. So it's like, I don't mind putting them on cards, and if people just throw the cards away later, you know, that's their choice. I just enjoy making the cards. Some people might not, you know, like my style. Whatever, you know. Okay, let's get that cleaned off a little bit. And there, now we have a birthday card. A girl's. You can give that to a guy if they like pinks. But don't worry, I've got a guy card coming up. Okay, let's try to get that guy card done. Let's move that over there to dry. So I got this one. My gosh, I've got like 4 more cards here we can do, but let's see what I got for this one. Got that. Got this. Yeah, that side. I'm using that side. Okay, this is another Mente. And it is called Wilderness. So I'm going to be using this side. I'm going to be using a cut apart on this one. And I am going to be using this wood one. Okay, get that on. And for our base, get this out of the way. Again, we're going to do our base 4.5 by 11 base on this one. So we got 11 is this way, so we're just going to do 4.5. 4.5 for the base. And then we're going to score it at 4.25 and 5.5. Okay. Now we're going to score at 4.25 gently. This is like that other one we made. 4.25 and 5.5. Okay. Okay, and we will not be putting ribbon on this one, so we can glue that piece down. Make sure I got it somewhat straight there. If there's a fun fold or a different type fold card that you guys want to see, let me know. I've kind of checked out a couple already. I think I'll do. I'm going to, start out kind of easy. We'll go to the more fancy, difficult ones later on. In case you guys have never done any of these. This is like pretty as basic as easiest you can get here. All right, so let's go with that down. Okay. My cutter must be off a little bit. Let me just trim that just a little. Or I'm not holding it in there right. Now, we're going to take this piece and we're going to put it right over. And this part will be 4.25 by 4.25. Nope, 4.5 by 4.25. So I think we'll do 4.5. I think we'll do the full size, 4.5 by 4.25. I think we'll just do the full size. I don't think I'll leave a border on this one. So let's go 4.5 by 4.25. Okay, 4.25. Where am I? Let's see. Do I need that sheet anymore? No, I don't think so. All right, so we're going to glue that down the right way. So we'll glue that right down like that. Okay. That side has logs on. All right, let's just stand this up. Make sure it opens. All right, now for this top piece, I'm going to do the wood, and this is about 1.25 because it's right on the seam. I'm going to go 1 1/8. Now I want to get some of this darker color, I think. Let's go on this one. So I want to get some of this darker on here. So we need to go 1 1/8 by 4.5, I believe. 4.5. So first we want to get the 1 1/4. 1 inch and 1/4. That's going to get almost about perfect there. So why does that look so crooked? I must have cut. Let me go from this edge. Let's go for 1.25 from this edge first. See if it looks better then. Okay. Yes, that's better. Okay, 1.25 and 4.5. And we'll see if I have to trim a little tiny bit off. 4.5. Just like this a little bit darker. Okay, come here. And we're gonna put that on up there. And I'm gonna put right at the line, and it looks perfect. I might have to cut just a little bit off, but it's gonna go right there against the line. So let's put that up first. And right against the line there. Perfect. What do you think? That's a good guy card? Sure it is. We're not done. Now, I know you think this is going to be crazy, but I took this same paper and I had the Cricut right happy birthday on it. Now, you can stamp on it if you have a stamp, but I was using my Cricut, so I kept doing everything with the Cricut. If you have those Cricut stamps, that'll work perfect. Little stamps. I don't know if I have anything this small anyways, so I just took that and wrote that, had it right on a little piece for me, that the size I wanted. So I'm going to put that right there in the middle, and that's why I wanted a little bit darker here. Now let's go ahead and foam that baby up. And I think this foam is going to be about perfect too. The perfect width here. Let's put that on there. Ooh, that make sure it doesn't show. Get it right in the middle. Perfect. Get that off me. And let's, ooh, that stuff is really sticky. And let's go right about in the middle here. All right. Now let's take, so this is geared for outdoors camping and stuff. So I think the one I want to use that doesn't scream camping is we'll use this little fox down here. I'll put it on front. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, if you like my videos, please go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. Now, I'm thinking I want to cut just a little bit more off the top and the bottom. Just a little bit right above the tree. And right under his footsies. We won't cut his footsies off, I don't think. Nope. Okay. Let's see what we got there now. There, we're gonna put that right in the middle then. And then I think we have a lovely guy card. I struggle with men's cards. How about you guys? Now, I can do a little boy's card, no problem whatsoever. But I do struggle with the gentleman. Especially like now, you know, this one might not be good for some people because they might not like the outdoors. They might be more of a sports guy, so you might want to make more of a sports theme one. All right, let's see if I can center this. I'm looking in the camera. I'm hoping. All right, what do you think, guys? Would the man in your life like that one? Your dad, grandpa, your husband? Beautiful. We got another one. We got, ooh, that's at 40 minutes right there. I think that's at 40 minutes. I think that will probably have to be all that we do. I don't know. I don't want you guys to get mad at me for really long videos. Okay, so let's bring these back out. That one. I think that's my favorite. I really like that one. What do you think, guys? So that is what some people call a book fold. If you have any suggestions for a fun fold or fancy fold or whatever kind of card people want to call them, just leave it in the comments below. And I will do this about once a month. I'll take a different card and we'll make a bunch of them. As many as we can get in about, 35, 40 minutes. How's that sound? All right, guys. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.